Hey y'all, it's Caitlin. So, I just finished filming my video where I showed what Admiral Funko got me for Christmas. And these two pops I'm about to show you. I showed the bottom of this pop in that video just to convey how horrible this is. Now, it's the Gem and the Hologram pops, okay? They introduced these pops tail end of last year. Alright, so the very end of 2018, people were finding these at like GameStops and stuff. So I was checking my GameStops, checking my Hot Topics, because they're commons. Both of them, they're commons. I'm trying to find these things everywhere, and I couldn't find them. I had Admiral Funko looking in South Carolina. I had Giggle Gal looking in her home state. I had my friends literally all over the country trying to hunt these things down for me, and none of them found them. So I finally ordered them off Macari. They were in a bundle deal, and I did the math according to retail prices, approximate retail prices. I was probably paying about $5 more with the shipping than I would be, to just go and pick them up at GameStop. And to me, that's a good deal. If you can, if it's something you're really wanting and you're stressing over hunting it, first off, don't stress over hunting stuff. That's one habit I really wish I could kick. But don't try to, tear yourself up over not finding something in the wild. But if I can find something online for a good price that I'm really wanting, that just saves me a headache. So I ordered these. Now, this is not the mistake of the person who I ordered it from. They actually sent their business card, and they did everything right. Okay? So they were both packaged in a box. Each of them had bubble wrap around them. Not like the whole thing in bubble wrap, but each individual pop had bubble wrap around them. Okay? There was tissue paper in the box to fill up the gaps. And it had one fragile stamp on the label and then 2 fragile stickers on either side of the box. They did everything right. It was FedEx that had a jolly good time with this thing. Even like when they pulled up, we can usually hear when someone pulls up in our driveway. We didn't hear them pull up, but we heard them leave. We heard a big clunk outside the front door, and then we heard the truck leave. I'm like, what the heck is it? And the box had a hole in it. That's how bad it was. And as I was unwrapping it, my heart just sank because I wanted these pops so bad. So these guys are going to be out-of-box pops for now. If I see them at Hot Topic finally, and they have that the buy 2 get 1 free thing, and there's 2 others there that I want, and they got one of these things, I'm getting one, because I really want to be able to display these in box as well as now out of box. But anyway, so yeah. That was my first really bad experience with FedEx. UPS, that's usual, but FedEx? What the heck? Or, no, USPS. That's what I'm talking about. UPS is pretty good. But, man, FedEx, dang. But anyway, so here's Pizzazz. Pizzazz Gabor. I like that they still put her last name on there. Because usually, Pizzazz was her stage name, and her real name was Phyllis. So usually whenever you saw her last name, it was with her real name, Phyllis Gabor. So I kind of like how they put the 2 names together. Did they do that for... No, they didn't do that for Gem. But so if you don't know this show, it was a show that came on in the 80s. And it was about 2 rival girl bands. That's what it was. It was 2 rival girl bands. So Pizzazz was kind of like the leader... She was the leader of the Misfits, and they were like the bad band. They had a bad girl persona to them. They had songs like I'm Gonna Hunt You Down, Making Mischief, that kind of stuff. But were they really bad guys? No. No, and you learn that through the series, especially the very last of it. But yeah, she was a little bit more ruthless than some of the others. They had that stereotypical, like, rudeness to them when it comes to rock stars, but also, you know, you got to see these characters, their backstories and stuff, and you got to see kind of like why they're like that. And I really enjoy that. You got to see it a lot during the comic book. They recently revamped the series into a comic book style, and they changed some things about to make it better. Oh my gosh, look at that. I didn't even notice. Look at Jem, the plastic insert. Look, I can stick my finger. Oh my gosh, how much weight does it have to be on there to crack the plastic that bad? What the heck? Oh, by the way, here's the back of the boxes. So these are the only two in the set right now. I really hope they come out with more. So here's Jem. So the story with Jem, her real name was Jerrica Benton. And she was kind of shy when it came to doing like a stage performance. And her dad had recently passed away. Okay? And her dad invented this hologram machine called Synergy. And Synergy had the ability to pretty much change Jerrica's appearance and create her alter ego, Jem. And so, you know how some people say, well, like, who's watching The Masked Singer? Anyone watching Masked Singer? They got some of those celebrities up there and they're like, I never thought I could do this before. I never thought I could, you know, sing before in front of so many people. That mask gives them a little bit of confidence. Not having to, like, really be yourself sometimes gives people a lot of confidence, and that's the case with Jerrica, by the way. Another rattle. But anyway, so she controlled Synergy, well, not really controlled, but communicated to Synergy through these Gemstar earrings. So I'm glad that they got that little detail perfect. And this is the main outfit that Jem usually wore. Jem's outfit changed occasionally, and so did the Pizzazz's, but that was mainly their outfits that they always wore. So I'm really hoping that later on we get some of the other members. My favorite was Stormer. Stormer was my favorite character. She was a member of the Misfits. It was one of those classic cases where she kind of fell into the wrong crowd. Like, she loved her band. She loved her band. She loved the people in her band. But she wasn't nearly as hardcore as any of the others. She was really soft-hearted, and in the comic book series, they maintained that soft-heartedness about her, but they also made her an overweight. Sorry if y'all heard the microwave. Or no, that was the coffee maker, sorry. But coffee time. But they made Stormer an overweight lesbian in the comic books. Now obviously these are based off the cartoon, so if we get any more, they're probably gonna be based off the cartoon as well. But the fact that they took my favorite character and made her an overweight lesbian, that was like perfect to me. It really was. It was perfect to me. So yeah, I'm really hoping we get to see more. So there was, for the Misfits, there was Stormer, Roxy, and later on there was Jetta. And for Jem and the Holograms, there was Jem, her sister Kimber, Shayna, Aja, and later on, Rhea. And another thing they did in the comics, they actually made all of them sisters instead. So, Jerrica's backstory, she and Kimber are blood sisters. I know I'm kind of ranting about the show at this point, but I love the show. But anyway, she and Kimber are blood sisters, and her parents ran a foster home for girls because their mom was a foster kid. After their mom died, their dad continued it, and Shayna and Aja were the first two foster girls they took in, so they were like sisters to them as well. But they never said it. In the cartoon, they never said, you know, these are my sisters. She would only say Kimber was her sister. The other two weren't. They were her friends. But in the comics, they changed that, and they made all four of them, you know, call each other sisters. So I thought that was an amazing touch. I love that. They were also very, very diverse. They had black character, Asian characters. I'm pretty sure, yeah, Rio was Hispanic, and Raya was Hispanic. I hated Rio though. If they make Rio, I'm not buying him, but I'll keep getting the band members. But anyway, and I keep ranting. One more thing about the comics, I loved it. When they created Jeddah, she was a later addition to the Misfits. When they created her, they wanted to make her a black British woman. And for some reason, the people in charge was like, you can only choose one. She can either be black or British. You can't choose both. So they chose British since they already had Shayna, who was a black character. But in the comics, they got it. Technically, she wasn't born British. You found out in the comics she wasn't born British. But yeah, she's British. Anyway, so I really love that they kind of fixed that in the comics. It was really awesome. But anyway, so they got the makeup right. They got the outfits right. They got the hair sculpt perfect. I think they're almost practically identical in hair sculpt almost. Still distinct, but very, very close. But yeah, both their makeup, both their outfits are awesome. I just want the rest of the members of the bands and better boxes to put these girls in. So anyway, and I'm also a total Jem Pizzazz shipper, so I'm glad I got these two. Anyway, so if y'all order anything lately, I hope you have better experience than I did. I thank you all so much for watching. Remember, it's a community, not a competition, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.